Now from the Weather Tracker TV Storm Studios, this is your weather today. Here's Chief Meteorologist William Cole.
All right, folks, here we go. Hump Day Wednesday. We are halfway through the work week, but I tell you what, most of your work week has featured hailstorms. And in fact, even today, Wednesday, I do have more hailstorms in my forecast. It's about a 30% probability here locally in the Metroplex. Warmer than yesterday, of course. Yesterday, we only made it up to 79. We'll be right up around 90 for a daytime high today. We'll do some hailstorms today. We may have one more round tomorrow, and then we're going to warm things up. We're talking about real Texas summer heading into the weekend. I've got details on that coming up momentarily as well. But we had some fog out there this morning. In fact, most of North Texas saw fog. It was a little bit denser in our western counties. We, in fact, did have a dense fog advisory out there. This is from Brian Milan, one of our storm trackers. And again, he was up in the Denison area, Sherman-Denison area. This is up there in Texoma land. But again, a great shot there. Again, what a lot of folks saw again on the roads. Again, just a little bit earlier this morning. It was also very balmy out the door, very humid out the door. These were your morning lows. And again, look at these widespread mid 70s around the area. I mean, there's some locations like even down around the Palestine area, even down in parts of Henderson County, down to 77. Athens, 77 out the door this morning. And of course, it all has to do with the humidity. Take a look at the dew point chart here. And again, I've just loaded all the numbers around the area on here. And again, earlier down in Hill County, down in Hillsboro, the dew point number was 79, almost 80. So this is very rich tropical moisture, but the deal is going forward in time, this moisture is here to stay, at least for the foreseeable future. So even this weekend, as the temperatures begin to rebound back to near 100 for air temperatures, again, our heat index value, once we factor that in, is really going to become a real concern. But at least for today, the boundary we've been talking about for the last several days, it is going to keep the heat to the south, right? Most of North Texas will not be dealing with extreme heat. Now, this boundary will also be the focus of some scattered showers and thunderstorms. Again, as we go through the day, we'll talk more about that coming up momentarily. But I do want to highlight this as well. Bosque Hill, back over through Navarro, Anderson, Freestone County. You folks are under a heat advisory beginning today through tomorrow. And the deal is with that high humidity around, as temperatures for the rest of us by late week do begin to shoot up into the triple digits, I do anticipate this heat advisory being expanded to a large part of North Texas, right? So again, we're transitioning from severe, and we're going to have some real deal heat concerns as we head into the weekend. But before we get there, we've still got to deal with this subtropical flow coming up and over that boundary. And again, because of that turbulent flow coming up and over the boundary, I mean, it's essentially the forecast on repeat. It's another day where I think we're going to have by late afternoon some thunderstorms develop. Again, supercellular nature, and again, a large hail threat will be the concern. Like I mentioned, I think we're going to do it one more day tomorrow as well. So here's the model. This is the real important stuff here. You can see as we go through the late morning, early afternoon, mainly north of Interstate 20, there could be some scattered activity. We'll watch that carefully. You can see that energize as it leaves our northeastern counties. But here's what I'm talking about right here. This is late afternoon, truly heading into the evening after around 4 p.m. Supercells develop again right over the Metroplex, and they'll push southeast as we go through the evening. Big hail threat could be larger than golf balls with that. Looks concerning. We're going to track that carefully. We're quiet overnight, but then take a look at this. I think, boom, one more time tomorrow, Thursday, we're going to have one more round of active weather move through. Big supercells, big hail. And then once we're done with that, the way it looks now as we get into Friday, I think we're done with the precip. And like I mentioned, then it's going to be all about the temperatures taking off heading into the weekend. So 80s to right around 90, very humid as we go through the day. It's right around a 30% probability of scattered thunderstorms redeveloping again as we go through the afternoon. And then as we get into tonight, temperatures will ease back down into the 70s for most of us. This would be your evening forecast, though. We'll keep a 30% probability in. Again, could be some severe weather around even the Metroplex this evening. Keep that in mind. Again, temperatures easing through the 70s. Like I mentioned, overnight, 69 to right around 72 on average around the area. And then as we get into tomorrow, kind of a sign of things to come. Temperatures definitely becoming hotter as we go through the day. In fact, a lot of us are going to be in the mid to upper 90s, maybe even some triple-digit heat down south. We turn off the rain chances as we get into Friday, and then take a look at that, right? Triple digit heat, but the real concern is with the humidity around, your feels like number, your heat index value will be pushing well over 105. More on all of this coming up.